Good morning, Facebook. So, I'm going to start with myself first. Y'all, don't laugh at me. Um, I always thought that that you pay your taxes from your check, and the tax return that you get at the end of the year is the IRS paying you back all the taxes that they took out. And I know that it never added up in my mind because like I would get returns for like 600, 1,000 or whatnot, and I'd be like, they took way more taxes out than this. And I always thought that the tax return was them paying back all the taxes that they take out, which makes absolutely no sense. So when I joined my econ, I learned that you're supposed to break even with the IRS. You're actually not even supposed to be getting a tax return. And the tax return that you get is basically because they took too much money out of your check. So they're paying you back for all the money that they took out from your check. So I had no idea. I thought that they paid you back for what they took out. They paid you back for the taxes that you paid during the year while you were working, which is so dumb. It doesn't add up at all. It's so stupid. But yeah, you're supposed to break even with the IRS. They're supposed to take exactly the right amount out. So why is it that 80% of employees in America get a tax return every single year? So last year, over 100 million people got a tax return for 2017, and the average tax return was $2,771. $2,771 the average tax return last year was. So that's $230 a month. That's the average tax return that people got last year in 2017 was $2,771. So $230 a month that was taken out extra from everybody's paycheck. Well, from the average paycheck. A lot of people got more. I know I got more than that last year. That's $230 a month, the extra taken out in taxes every year. So that means that we could go ahead and say 80% of employees is filling out their W-4 form incorrectly. Before I joined my econ, I had no idea what a W-4 was. I don't know. I know they handed it to me. I didn't really know how to fill it out. They don't know how to fill it out. And I remember every job that I've had, I've always asked them, hey, what do I do? What do I put here? And they'd be like, oh, put a 1 for yourself or whatever. And I would just put whatever I thought was right. I also didn't know that thing determined how many taxes got taken out of your paycheck. And I didn't know that I was filling it out wrong. I didn't know what it was, really. Nobody ever really explained it to me. So when I joined my econ, I finally understood that 1, that thing affects your taxes. 2, they were taking way too much out, and 3, I have been filling it out incorrectly the whole time, and that too much money was coming out of my check because I was filling out my W-4 form wrong. And you're supposed to update it once a year, and also you're supposed to update it once a year, and also whenever something about your situation changes, like a baby in my case. And I did not update my W-4 form when I had a baby. So imagine how much money extra they're taking out of your check for taxes. Have you filled your W-4 form out right? Have you filled it out incorrectly? Have you been updating it once a year? Have you been updating it when anything in your situation changes? Have you been keeping up with it? Do you get a tax return every year? How much money do you get? Think about how much money you get on your tax return and how much of that you could be keeping. Every month, every paycheck, you could be keeping that money. What could you do extra with that extra money that they're taking out that you should be pocketing? The IRS should not be holding all of that money for you until the end of the year to give it back to you at the end of the year. Anytime you pay something like that every month into something, it's supposed to gain interest, right? You're supposed to be getting extra money on that. It's supposed to be sitting there. If it's sitting there, it should be gaining interest. But they're paying you back the money that they've been holding all year and not paying any interest on it because of your ignorance, because you just don't know. You don't know how to do it. So, sorry, that's my cat. She's playing in the blinds. So, Yeah, so they're taking out too much money. So you want to know how to fill out your W-4 form correctly. You want to know how to do it right. You want to know how to get that $230 to $300 back every month so you can put it towards something else that's more important, like your children or a bill or a food or anything. And just hit me up and let me know. But it's early. I'm up early, so I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all.